Assalamualaikum friends. Today I am going to deliver my first lecture on political science of class 12th. In this lecture, our topic will be unit number 6, that is International Organization in Unipolar World Order. And our subtopic here is restructuring of the UN and India's position in the restructured UN. Guys, you should firstly know what is unipolar world order. You know that before 1939 or before World War II, most of the countries in the world were equally powerful. That system was called a multipolar system. In simple words, we can say multipolar system is a political system in which most of the countries are equally powerful. This system has got totally changed after World War II. You know that World War II remained from 1939 to 1945. After World War II, most of the countries of the world got weak by the World War II in finance, and there emerged only two powerful countries or two powerful blocs. One was USA and second was USSR, Union of Soviet Socialist Republic. It is the former name of Russia. It means that this multipolar system, which was earlier before 1939, before World War II, has now got totally changed into bipolar system. Bi means two. It means that after World War II, there emerged bipolar world order or bipolar political system. This bipolar system remained from 1945 to 1991. It means that in 1991, this USSR, Union of Soviet Socialist Republic, got weak. Its ideology got shattered. Its economy got shattered, and there emerged only one powerful country on the global platform or on the global scene, that was USA. It means that from 1991 there emerged unipolar world order. Uni means one. It means that before World War II there was multipolar system. After World War II up to 1991 there was bipolar system, and after 1991 there emerged this unipolar world order. Now we will come to our lecture here, that is restructuring of the UN. Restructure, firstly you should know, restructure means change the figure of anything, change the structure of the anything. Here our topic is restructuring of the UN. What is UN? You should firstly know. UN is an international organization, United Nations. UN is an international organization that was formed in 1945 to maintain, to promote, to develop peace in the world. Or we can say it was formed to stop forthcoming wars in the world. This organization has now been considered outmoded. Its structure has been considered outmoded, and some powerful countries nowadays or some powerful groups now wants to change its structure. So this is our topic here, restructuring of the UN. Why they want to restructure it, I have mentioned it here. In second column, I have mentioned some groups who wants to restructure it. In third column, I have mentioned it here. Why is it difficult to reform, or why is it difficult to restructure? If these groups want to restructure, why it is difficult, we will discuss here. And finally, we will discuss here why India should be given permanent membership in the United Nations. Dear friends, the first cause why world or why some groups wants to restructure it, I have mentioned it here, a redistribution of power. It means that you know that in 1945 there was only one nuclear powerful country, that was USA in 1945. But nowadays we know that there are 9 nuclear powerful countries. It means that power has now grouped into many hands. Power has been changed from this one country to many countries. These many countries who have now got more and more powers now wanted to change the structure of the UN. They want to enroll themselves in this UN. They want to get membership in of the United Nations. So it is the first cause of why some groups wants to restructure it. Number second, I have mentioned here, League of Representation. You know that in the United Nations there are 5 permanent members. They have more power. Then they are from, one is from North America, 3 are from European continent, 1 is from Asia. It means that no member is from Africa and no member is from South American continent. These countries are these 2 continents and other Asian countries like India. They want the permanent membership in this United Nations. So it means that there is lack of these continents representation. Now they want to represent themselves in this United Nations. Third, I have mentioned here, non-binding rules. What does it mean? It means that I will give you an example. In 1948, resolution number 47 has been passed by United Nations. In this resolution, it was a resolution for Kashmir. Here you will come to know why Kashmir issue has not been solved by UN. In this resolution, there were 3 talks, or there were 3 principles. One principle was Pakistan should eliminate or should vacate her force from the Kashmir. Second talk in this resolution was India should minimize her forces in the Kashmir. Third principle was to ascertain the will of the Kashmiri people, what they want us. You can here imagine if this rule में अगर ये रूल बाइंडिंग होता ममालिक पर, अगर ये उनको मानना होता, इसका मतलब हो गया ये कश्मीर का इशू कब का सॉल्व हुआ होता. न तो ये पाकिस्तान ने माना, न तो ये हिंदुस्तान ने माना. आप इन रूल्स को बाइंडिंग करने चाहते हैं ममालिक. They want these rules should be obeyed by the countries. It was the third cause why these groups or why these countries or why these leaders want to restructure it. Number 4, I have mentioned here, League of Transparency. It is related to one of the organ of United Nations, that is the Secretariat. In Secretariat there is Secretary General who is appointed by United Nations General Assembly. It is considered that in his appointment or in her appointment there is no transparency is seen. So they want to restructure it is structure. Number 5th, I have mentioned here, human rights violation. It means that in some parts of the world there are still human rights violation. So these countries these political leaders want to restructure the structure of UN. Then I have mentioned here, who wants to restructure? Some groups I have mentioned here who wants to restructure the structure of UN. First I have mentioned here group G4. It means group of 4. Group of 4 countries. In this group there are 4 countries. Number 1 is India, Germany, Japan and Brazil. They want the United Nations Security Council's membership should be increased. You know that in this council, United Nations Security Council, there are 15 members, 10 are non-permanent and 5 are permanent. These 4 countries want aspire to increase its membership from 15 to 25. It is the first group who wants to reform the United Nations, or who wants to change the structure of United Nations. Second group is N69 group. In this group, there are 42 countries from African, North American, and some are Asian countries who wanted to change the structure of UN. Number third, I have mentioned here African group. In this African group, there are 54 countries who wants to restructure the structure of UN. Number fourth, I have mentioned here uniting for consensus. In this group, Pakistan is one among them who wants to change the structure of UN. Number fifth, I have mentioned here Organization of Islamic Cooperation Conference and Arab group. It is the another group who wants to change the structure of UN. Then, if they wants to change the structure of UN, there is a question: why is it difficult to change the structure of UN? I have mentioned here. First cause, why is it difficult to change the structure of UN? Number first, I have mentioned here strict rules of UN. It is written in the UN Charter or UN Constitution that if you will change the P5 membership of the United Nations, you have to change the whole charter or whole constitution of UN. So it is considered it is difficult to change the whole structure or whole charter of the UN. It is the first cause. Then there is second cause, requires two-thirds support of United Nations General Assembly, including P5. It means that if these groups want to change the structure of the United Nations, they should ascertain the will of two-thirds of the United Nations General Assembly. It means that you know that in United Nations General Assembly there are 193 members. Among these members, including P5, it means that they have to ascertain the will of two-thirds of United Nations General Assembly. So it is difficult to ascertain the will of these countries, including P5. Then I have mentioned here aspire to play active role. You know that every country, every nation of the world wants to play active role. Her role on the world scene. Every nation wants to subjugate all the world. It is the cause of why it is difficult to restructure the UN. Then I have mentioned here lack of political will. It is important cause. Lack of political will. It means that these, especially the permanent members, France, China, and UK, they doesn't want to minimize their status on the world. They want to put their status on the global scene, and they doesn't want to minimize. Their will doesn't allow them to change the structure of the UN. And lastly, I have mentioned here why India should be the permanent member of UN. It is said that India is the largest democratic country in the world, and it is the third largest economy in Asia. So it is worthy for getting the membership of the UN. It is the first worthiness of India considered that she should be given the permanent membership in the UN. Then there is India's population is 1/6. It means that 1/6 of the people of the world are living in India. You know that India occupies second position in the world after China. So it is considered that India's population is too much in the world. So she should be given the permanent membership in the United Nations Security Council. Thirdly, I have mentioned here India's contribution to UN peacekeeping force is too much. It means you know that United Nations has not its own force. These are the nations who sent their forces to different missions of the UN. India sent, you know that UN's peacekeeping force was formed in 1948. From 1950, India has sent at least 2 lakh soldiers to different missions of UN. Mostly, it has sent to Congo. In Liberia today, nowadays, it means that in 2020, in Liberia, from 2007, 125 women soldiers are active there to play the active role in maintaining peace in Liberia. Then I have mentioned here variable foreign policy. It means policy of India towards world is considered better. India has stressed on disarmament. Disarmament means elimination of nuclear weapons and other weapons. India has stressed on world peace. India has stressed against terrorism. India has given the principles of norm to the world. India has given the principles of punctual to the world. So it is considered India's foreign policy is good, and she should be the permanent member in the Security Council or UN. Now there will be a question in your mind: why she should be given the permanent member? If she will be given the permanent membership in the UN, what she can do? Firstly, I will tell you, India will dilute the China's status in Asia. It means that nowadays China is influencing the Asia's countries. She gives huge amounts of loans to these countries. India wants to dilute her status in Asia. And secondly, India's talk will be valued in the world. It means that when India will talk against terrorism, when India will talk for peace, his talk will be valued in the world. This was the today's topic. Hope you may have got a special from this lecture. Thank you very much.